are live here at Mason High School for a GMC volleyball matchup here on Tuesday night. My name is Isaac Varga alongside my partner Audrey Hunt. Mason Comets versus the Middletown Middies. It should be a good one today.
Yeah, definitely. Super excited to see how tonight.
As you can see, Mason is tied in the conference standings as the #1 team so far with a 2-0 record, 7-3 overall. The Comets have won 7 of the last 8 after dropping the first 2 games of the season. And for Middletown, 0-2 in the GMC so far, but a winning record in 5-3.
Mason's definitely had quite a pretty big schedule going into this 25 season, but starting off playing 2 very competitive teams, St. Ursuline and St. Ursula, so definitely saw some pretty great competition early on. I think it helped them get ready to where they need to be for the season. Starting off, it's going to be Mason's point by a missed serve from Middletown. Number 4, the senior captain, Addie Bianchini, is going to start off serving for Mason. Scores 1-0. Her serve is in, and that's an ace for Addie Bianchini. I'm sure that's just going to be one of many tonight. Addie's definitely been a great player all 4 years for Mason, so it's great to see how her senior leadership is going to come off on the court. Another service in. Middleton gets that up and over. Annabella Guyon gets it up to Bianchini outside to Meinberg. And that's going to be a kill for number 8, Mackenzie Meinberg.
Yeah, and as you said on Addie Bianchini, with you saying she's had 4 years, there's a reason why she's had 4 years. She's had one of her best seasons so far this year in her senior year, but all 4 years have been phenomenal.
Service in. Guyon gets it up to Bianchini to the Nutley. And Middletown is going to punch that up, and it's going to go right on the line. That was pretty impressive play there. Everything she could, just get it up, and it went over in a great spot.
Yeah, good play there. It's tough to return Addie Nutley's spike for sure, but Middletown did a good job there. Something interesting, Annabelle Guyon getting the start today. She hasn't had a lot of playing time, so it's cool to see the senior getting some star early in this game.
Definitely. Score is currently 3-1 Mason. Libero sophomore Ella Groff gets her pass up. And that's going to be tipped by Annabella Guyon, Middletown's point.
Yeah, another good play there from Middletown, just getting a short pass to the spike, and maybe could have been out of bounds, but that kind of shows that from Guyon that she hasn't really had a lot of playing time, so it's tough to see on the court.
And that's going to be a crazy kill from Addie Nutley. Speaking of a senior leader just throughout her past 3 years on varsity, I mean, great to see that she's in that starting middle position, and it's definitely all of her hard work and skills have been able to pay off, and you can see her dedication in all of her points that she's earned for Mason. It's going to be number 17, Brooklyn Meinberg, served for Mason. You're going to hear the last name Meinberg and Nutley a lot. We got 2 pairs of siblings on this team, so definitely going to hear some repeats, but that was going to be a point for Mason. Scores 5-2. The freshman, only freshman on varsity, Brooklyn Meinberg, serving. Not only the only freshman, but she sure plays a lot. She's gotten a lot of minutes, so it's been good. There's been a whistle blown, but
They're going to stop it dead and give it to the Comets here. Comets taking a 6-2 early lead. You can look back here. Just looks like it just got on the net right before she hits it.
No, I think number 2 from Middletown stepped under the line there, giving Mason their point, and that's going to be an ace by number 17 for Mason.
Yeah, just to mention, someone just coming into her roots so far this year, Maya Ayers had a phenomenal season for this Comet team. Hasn't gotten too much playing time the first 3 seasons, but this 4th year, she's had a breakout year. One of the main components in that, like, 3-man monster in Bianchini and Nutley.
Definitely, yeah. I think she's worked hard throughout all 4 seasons, and freshman year she got a little bit playing time, and now happy to see that she's getting to prove herself again her senior year. It's being a good call by Addie Bianchini. Ball was out, hit out of bounds, so Another serve for Bilken-Meinberg. It's definitely intimidating, not only being an underclassman on varsity, but a freshman, the only one being able to come in here and just all throughout the entire season so far, just being able to relax and play her game, and that's awesome. That's definitely what Coach Schatzel, I'm sure, is looking for as an underclassman coming up on varsity.
Yeah, and that's what we've seen a lot from Coach Schatzel, it feels like. As we mentioned before, Bianchini being a 4-year starter, the earlier you can get these underclassmen in these big situations, especially early in the season with the 2 gauntlets you had at the beginning of the season, the more you can get them with experience, the better your program's going to be in the next 2 to 3 years, even this year with those players that are that talented.
It's going to be another point for Mason.
Addie Nutley with another spike. She's trying to have a good game here. She's been one of the best in the GMC, as we mentioned earlier.
Score is 11-12. And that serve's going to be called out. Number 5, Lila Cornwall going back to serve for the Middies. Her serve is over. Groff gets to Bianchini, back to Nutley, and that's another kill for Addie Nutley. I think one thing I've loved to see, Isaac, is just not only how each individual has been playing, but you can clearly tell that these girls have played together for a while. And I mean, those two, Addie and Addie, they have quite chemistry, and that's what you need for, you got to be able to trust your setter to put in the spot, and Addie Nutley gets it down every time. Yeah,
I mean, just looking at that, Addie Bianchini's tip, it almost looked like it was unorthodox, but it was perfectly set for Nutley. So yeah, you can just tell the last 3 to 4 years, them playing together in the middle there has been huge for this Comet success early in the season. And sure, it will be later in the season as well. This Comet team is looking for a huge step when it comes to regionals, and they had Katie Helms last year. She's gone, so a lot of experience on this team, but also a lot of games you gotta win, big situations.
Yeah. Mackenzie Meinberg with her first kill of the night. Score is 13-4. Number 14, Emma Cadel's checking into the game to serve. Speaking of other seniors that are playing pretty well, not only have I seen Emma Cadell being able to get all of her assists, but she's been quite a weapon in the back row for Mason. It takes a lot for setters to be able to do it all 3, block and hit and set, but she sure does a great job of both serving and a great amount of digs. It's going to be a timeout called by Middletown.
Yeah, as we'll go to this timeout, the Comets lead by 10 early in the first set. We'll take it to a quick break as we see this timeout, about a minute timeout.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
So we are back here for the first set. The Comets have a commanding 10-point lead going into the first set.
Cadell's serve's gonna be called out. Deep serve in the back row. Hit not quite on the line. Score's now 14-5. Middletown's serve is over. Sets to Avery Brandon, and that's gonna be a kill for number 9, the sophomore.
Yeah, it's another part of one of this Comet young players, a sophomore on this team. Actually, older brother is at Duke playing some baseball, so definitely an athletic family, to say the least.
Yeah. And last year, she was another one of those freshmen that earned a starting spot and played a lot, and I think it's great to be able to give these freshmen that experience, to be able to have them then be leaders on certain important games. It's going to be a great kill from number 4, Addie Bianchini. I mean, don't really have much time to react there after that one. Guy on serve is an ace. Just barely over the net. Perfect straight serve. It's going to bring Mason to 17-5.
Yeah, as Mason, big favorites in this game, obviously, but you got to still take the advantage that you have, and you still have to go out there and play volleyball for sure. You've seen it in many other sports. We saw it this Friday when Dakota East played Mason, and they thought they were going to go down in Mason and beat them, but you got to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, and some teams struggle with that, and so far seeing Mason up 10 in the first set is definitely an encouraging sign.
Middletown hits that one out, their libero. Doing a middle substitution. Addie Nutley comes back in, and Avery Brandon is going to serve in the back row. Score is 18-6. Her serve is in. It's tipped deep. Middletown able to make a couple returns, but hits that one up on the basketball hoop. I mean, that's coming from someone that's played before. It's definitely not easy to be able to track one of those. Doing everything you can, just put a hand to it, but that ball comes right back at you. You gotta be able to react, and that's gonna be a tip from Brooklyn Meinberg, the freshman. That's one thing Mason I've seen has just been really like almost automatic with. Any free ball that comes over, they don't let them think twice. We're gonna see it again, another tip right there. Another tip! That's 2 back-to-back. And that's gonna keep adding up. I mean, they're not letting them get anything.
Yeah, when you see good teams, you see very tall players in the front, obviously, it being volleyball, but when you get players like that, it's kind of hand on a silver platter for her a couple times there. But going back to the basketball hoop there we saw in the last couple, we do have a couple basketball hoops in the way. There's a net kind of right above the court that is in play. That does affect some players sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. You know, if you're passing a ball and it comes back on your side after hitting the top, it's still fair game. If it bounces over the other side, now that doesn't count. But gotta be able to adjust. Bianchini gets it up to Cadell. She's outside to Meinberg. It's blocked by Middletown. Ella Groff able to get it back, and another kill from Addie Nutley, the senior. I mean, you mentioned Katie Helms a little earlier, but I think Addie's definitely been able to prove herself this season. Got a lot of playing time last year, but now starting middle, she's definitely proved herself.
Yeah, you always look for replacements when you have that good of a player leave your program, but Addie, now, as you said, she's done a phenomenal job up there in the middle. It's definitely a big task being in the middle, having to block and shoot all the time. Comes just a couple points away here.
It's going to be an ace. Another one for Addie Bianchini. I said it after the first serve of the game. You're going to hear that quite a lot. Many aces from this senior. Her serve is good. Minnie's get it up. Outside. It's blocked. Blocked out of bounds. So it's going to be point Middletown. Score 23-9 now.
As you look back, one of the first kills that goes Middletown's way, actually a good kill there right over the Comet defender's hands.
Serve's going to go in the net. Match point for Mason. Senior Maya Ehlers checks into the game. And the freshman, Brooklyn Meinberg, goes back for this match point.
Yeah, you'd think the ball's going to Maya Ehlers here if Middletown can get it over the net.
It's blocked. The ball fell through. It's going to be a point Middletown. It's definitely something that definitely looks harder than it is, easier than it is. Middletown's serve is going to be good. Still match point. Gets it to Bianchini to Meinberg for the back row. It's going to be a back row attack. Point Mason. The final set after this, the final score after this first set is going to be 25 Mason, 10 Middies. Mason taking that first set.
Yeah, as we'll head to a quick break here. Second set in about 3 minutes. The Comets take a commanding first set lead.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-On Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Second set here at Mason High School. The Comets took a commanding first set lead, winning 25-10 against the Middletown Middies in this GMC matchup. My name's Isaac Vargo alongside Audrey Hunt. Audrey, what do you see out of that first set from this Comet team?
I think one thing, you mentioned it earlier, but it's hard when, you know, Mason's one of the best teams in the GMC, won the GMC how many years in a row, but definitely are looking like the likelies here to win, but it's hard not being able to just play down to the level you're playing against. So I think Mason has done a great job just playing by themselves and playing like themselves and getting their serves in. That's one thing I think this team has struggled with for as long as I've been announcing these games, getting their serves in, but only allowing a couple missed serves and just some hits not going in and stuff like that. But, you know, starting off strong, I think.
Yes, Middletown gets the first point. You can obviously the enthusiasm on that point there. That Middletown, you can just tell the coaching staff, they're trying to get every win they can get in this game, and the first point's a big one.
I see number 16, Presley Evans. That's a new face I'm seeing on this court. We'll see how she does, and it's going to get a kill for her from her first rotations in. Number 3, Elise Tong, the senior, checking into the game to serve.
Yeah, as we talked about siblings earlier in the game with Brandon, but also Presley's older sister, Peyton Evans, at Akron right now playing D1 volleyball. So another one of those. She was a phenomenal player at Mason, one of the best Mason's seen in a very long time. So Presley has a lot of expectations, but already as a sophomore getting good minutes so far through the season. We'll see if she can keep that up. Again, Middletown keeping this early lead in the first set. Has had the lead the whole set so far.
Goff gets it up to Tong outside to Barstow. Middletown able to get that one up. Swinging back over Tong. Nice pass up to Bianchini to Barstow again. That's going to be a kill for Adeline Barstow, the junior. See some more new faces checking in. Number 12, Taylor Nutley. Once again, Addie's little sister. Love seeing the sibling duos out here on the court. Her serve is good. And that's going to be an ace. Nice floater serve. comes at you sooner than you know. Great serve there by Taylor.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be a great experience to play with your sister on the same team and on the same court. It's definitely something that's pretty rare, especially when you see in the same sport.
Especially at Mason.
Yeah.
It's going to be another ace. Score is 4-2 Mason. Nutley service in. She passed it up to Bianchini. To Presley. It's going to be called out. There's some faces made by the comments that think they want to disagree, but that ball was definitely out.
Yeah, I think it was out for sure. And you can see these are some new faces, as you mentioned, for this Comet team. And there's a lot of girls out here trying to prove themselves, not just out there getting some reps mostly because they haven't played all year, but they're trying to get more playing time. And you can see that mostly in practice. That's where you earn most of that trust from the coach, but in the game is also a great time too. We can see right now Taylor Nutley, as a sophomore, has done a great job so far.
The junior, number 7, Olivia Webb, checks in. Her serve is good. Tipped. Webb pushes it out to Barstow. And that's going to be another kill from number 10, Adeline Barstow. I love to see the looks on all their faces after their kills. It's great to see that not only are the volleyball team great athletes, but one thing that makes certain teams at Mason so elite compared to others is their team chemistry, and being able to have fun and trust the player, the girl next to you, I think definitely makes a big difference, and especially seeing how our volleyball team is played throughout the years. Their team chemistry is a big part of that. And that's going to be another kill, the 3rd in a row for Adeline Barstow. Score is now 7-3.
Yeah, I think that chemistry part you're right on point with. But this Comet team, it's fun winning a lot of games, but if you don't have the girls that want to have the same goals as you, it's definitely not going to go the way you want. So it's great seeing them having fun as well as getting the win while they're at it.
Another great serve by junior Olivia Webb. And that's going to, ooh, not a kill yet. That's a nice return by number 11 for Middletown. Tong gets it out to Webb, to Holt, tipped, just over. Ooh. Oh, double touch, so it's going to be point Mason.
Christine Sawyer for Middletown did a great job there, actually keeping the ball alive and taking it herself, but wasn't good enough for the Comet team.
It's going to be an ace for number 7, Olivia Webb. She's doing a great job, especially tonight. There's, she has 2 senior setters above her, so getting to see some playing time here and seeing her do well is awesome. Her serve good again. Outside, Middletown hits that one over to Tong. Back to Bianchini with the tip. We're gonna say point Mason, yeah. I've said this before, but one thing that I think makes Addie Bianchini stand out compared to some other great senior leaders is not only is she a great player, but her knowledge of the game and her knowledge of when to dump, when to tip things versus when to swing. She just has such a great knowledge out there on the court that plays hard, plays smart, and sometimes playing smart is going to be better than playing super tough.
Yeah, that's one thing I think you see in many good leaders is one that they're good teammates, but they also have the credibility to back it up. And I think Addie Bianchini obviously has plenty of that. And, yeah, as you can see right there, the IQ is phenomenal.
Recently, Addie Bianchini just announced her commitment to University at Albany to continue her volleyball career. It's a D1 school. Excited to see how she's going to play out there.
Couple Comets now going to Albany. Peter Marietta, shout out on the lacrosse team.
Ex-NBC Sports Radio.
Absolutely, great guy.
Scores 12-4. Middletown serve. Get that over. Dig from Taylor Nutley out to Olivia. And that's going to be a great kill from Addie Bianchini. You can just tell by that look on her face that not only is she proud of herself for getting that, but proud of her teammate. That was a great set and perfect right there, right in the perfect spot.
Yeah, it's hard to really stop that, especially when Addie Bianchini's having the season she's having. Really put it right up there for Lana Murphy getting the set here.
Her serve is good. Middletown gets it over, and that's a nice read by Taylor Nutley. The ball was out. It's going to be Point Mason.
As with Middletown's early start, Comets are getting back into their groove, up 10 here, as we can see in the second set.
Serve is good. Murphy gets it up to Webb, back out to Richardson. Middletown does a nice job of turning it over. It's going to be a point for Mason. Score now 15-4.
What a rally there from Middletown. Everybody contributing to keep it alive. But then the Comets still too clean on offense.
Scores 15-4. Murphy's serve is good. Nutley gets it up to Webb. Back out to Bianchini, and that's another great kill from Addie Bianchini. And it's going to force Middletown into a timeout. Their second timeout called of the night.
Yes, we'll head into a quick break here. Nearing the end of the second set, the Comets up 16-4, looking to go 2-0. We'll be back here at Mason High School in a little bit.
All right, our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-On Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Marymount. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
Announcers, you're on.
So we are back for the second set here. The Comets trying to close out set 2, up 16-4. Lana Murphy gets the serve to start off.
Her serve will be good. Ribeiro gets it up for Middletown. They're going to dump that over. Webb gets it back to Murphy, back out to Richardson. That one's going to go in the net. It's going to be Point Middletown, extending their score to 5 points. Mason 16.
Yeah, it's always good to see Middletown keeping the energy up and staying in this game. Obviously, there's a little disadvantage in terms of skill for this Comet team, but the more you can stay alive as a team and kind of stay positive, even though you don't really have the.
Score is now 16-6. Middletown making a little bit of a rally back here. Their libero number 14, Christian Muniam, doing a nice job. Bianchini, hit's going to be called out there.
2 straight points out of the timeout for Middletown. Head coach Matthew Butler definitely had something to say. Pumped its team up.
Score 16-7. Middletown dumps that over. It's going to fall right in between the back row there.
Middletown on a good run here, 3 in a row. I mean, as we just mentioned, they haven't had the best game so far. They're facing one of the best teams in the GMC, but getting 3 points in a row on the road is definitely nothing to be ashamed of.
It's going to be 17-8. Mason serve now. Ella Groff, the sophomore, going back to the line to serve. We saw it there for a couple points. Communication is key. I mean, a couple balls dropped here or there, points will add up. It's going to be a nice block from Richardson, and Nutley dumped. Back to Groff, back to Richardson. Tip, a dive Ella Groff gets it up back to Bianchini. And that one's going to be pretty far out.
Yeah, a couple mishits from Bianchini so far in this set.
Serve is good. Murphy gets that one up to Wet. Back to Richardson, and that's going to be a kill for Reagan Richardson. Glad to see her back out on the court playing well. Last year, sophomore season, she got a lot of minutes out on that court, and I think it definitely has showed her how to be a great leader on the court. I think early on, I've noticed this season that she was able to play better than some of our newer additions. Not only is it talent-wise, but she also has had the experience, and sometimes at the end of the day, that's really what helps certain players exceed, is just getting experience.
Yeah, I can see she's in the game mostly at the end of sets, and I think it's good to have multiple different bodies out there at the end of sets, mostly just to have fresh legs. They can go out there and jump, because sometimes you can tell Comets get a little tired, especially when they've played a lot of games. Volleyball is a lot of games, a lot of energy, so you can have more bodies out there, the better. Also helps out your depth.
Coach Schatzel, I think, definitely does a great job of trying his best to rotate players through. I mean, obviously in tight games, that's not something you can do, but that's one thing that I see as someone that's watched him coach for the past couple years that I admire of him. Scores 18-11, Middletown serve. Groff gets that to Bianchini, to Evans, back to Richardson. That's going to be blocked. Nice block by Middletown there.
Yeah, Middletown playing great so far. After the timeout, they've been the more dominant team, and that's something as a Comet fan, something as this Comet team, they definitely didn't think would happen. Another great serve there.
Yeah. Richardson's going to play smart, free ball that over. Groff lays out, but couldn't quite get there. It's going to be another kill for Middletown. Only 5-point lead from Mason. That serve's going to go in the net. B-Point Mason scores 19-13. The senior number 3, Elise Tong, checks back into the game to serve. I think that's one thing that a lot of times Elise will go in for a serve here or there, but her serves are great, and I think that's one thing that definitely helps Mason is getting your serves in. It's something I struggle with, that at the end of the day, 5 or 6 missed serves, it's going to add up.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you wouldn't be expecting this, but the Comets are trying to escape this second set. It obviously hasn't been very good on their part, and Middletown's also had a very good set. So something that Middletown can take with them going after this game is that they had a very good second set against a Comet team that is very good.
It's another great serve by senior Elise Tong. Scores now 21-13. She's got a little rotation going. Some talk at the table, I think there. Looks like maybe some water on the court, I think. See a towel getting handed to the ref. Maybe, I don't know what that is. It's probably water, sweat, maybe blood. Hopefully not blood.
Yeah, it might be from number 14 right there. She's cleaning up. She's been all over the floor today. She's given great effort for this Middletown team, and I wouldn't be surprised if that floor is drenched with sweat.
Yeah. Play's gonna resume. Tong's serve is out. Believe it or not, it looked like that little sweat on the ground was icing them.
It's definitely a possibility. We see that mostly in football with kickers, but it's pretty much in every sport nowadays when you see it in basketball with a free throw after a timeout. It's kind of a thing most coaches use now in every sport.
Middletown's gonna hit that one into the net, scores 22-14, just 3 points away from match point. Nutley switch in for each other this time. Taylor, the sophomore, is going back to the line to serve. It is good. Middletown hustling, couldn't quite get there, some miscommunication it seems. it's going to be another point for Mason. One thing I've noticed from seeing Taylor in a couple of her games where she's been able to get in that back row is her serves are great, and that's one thing that Mason definitely needs. I mean, right there, right over the line, that was perfect. Holt blocks that one. It's going to go back over to Middletown. Going to tip that over. Bianchini gets it to Tong. Back outside to Presley Evans, and that's going to be another kill for her tonight.
Yeah, as you mentioned with Taylor Nutley, another person that can spike and serve, and she's done a great job. And for a championship-winning team, you feel like you have to have everybody that's willing to do that job, and it's great to see that the Comets have a little bit of insurance and youth in Nutley.
Oh. It's going to be match point, 24-14, Mason on top. And that's going to be hit out by Middies. Point goes to Mason to take that third set or second set.
Yeah, as the Comets up 2-0 in the first two sets. Middletown scared the Comets a little bit in the middle of that second set, but we'll head it to a quick break here. About to go to the third set.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
People couldn't see my potential, so I had to show them.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Today, I'm the CEO of my own company.
That's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Why are we not rethinking this?
I am more.
I'm more than
who I am on paper.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-On Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Merrymont. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
Our first item of business is a presentation, which is a swearing in of a new officer.
A Freeze-On Mayor with Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas. Brings it himself inside the 10. Touchdown, Merrymont. From the top of the key, Anna Habra ties the score.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Back for the third set here at Mason High School. The Comets up 2-0 in sets. Middletown competed in the second set, but the Comets ended up victorious, trying to finish out in a clean sweep here in the GMC. My name is Isaac Vargo, alongside Audrey Hunt.
Excited to see how this third set goes. I mean, both teams Mason definitely came out on top both times, but that second set towards the end, Middletown finally starting to get back into their groove and getting some good rallies, lots of serves in, and help get their team some more points.
Yeah, Middletown 0-2 in the GMC so far, 5-3 overall, so definitely a lot different than the Comets, but they've had a winning record this season.
It's going to be Mason's point starting off there. Their senior captain, co-captain, Addie Bianchini, back to the line to serve. Her serve is out, barely, but definitely out.
Yes, we saw a couple times in warm-ups, and we've seen a couple times today, the Comets' serves have not been on point, but this is the game to kind of mess around with what kind of different serves you want to bring out on the table, and I think that's a good thing to do. But at the same time, you gotta stay confident and do what you do.
Looks like some miscommunication there. Not super common error from Bianchini.
Yeah, I don't really see that a lot at all from this Comet team.
Gets it to Brannon, and that's going to be a kill for number 9, Avery Brannon. I mean, it just looks almost so effortlessly. Like the setter gets it right there, and it just, boom, straight down, and killer point for Mason. Scores now tied 2-2. The freshman, number 17, Brooklyn Meinberg, back to the line to serve. Middletown gets it up, tips that over. Bianchini gets it to Barstow, outside to Mackenzie Meinberg. Middletown lays out. Tips that one back over, back out to Ehlers. The libero gets that one up for Middletown, back over. That's going to be out.
It definitely could have been a carry there earlier in the set, but I think Middletown did a good job overall of keeping it alive.
Definitely.
Obviously just barely hit it out there.
Love to see the back and forth between both teams. It's going to be an ace for Brooklyn Meinberg, her first of this set. You said it, I said it a couple of times, really serves. That's what's going to help you at the end of the day. It's free points, basically, and if you get your serves in, it's going to force the other team to put in the work. Nice pass. Smart dump over from Middletown. Meinberg tips that one over. Middletown fights from the net. Brandon gets it to Bianchini. Back to Meinberg. Oh, that one's going to go out. Middletown hit that one. It came over, but it hit the out-of-bounds rod, so it's going to be another point for Mason.
So you can see here, just barely hitting that rod after her fingertips gives the Comets the points.
It's going to be another ace for the freshman. Christian Sawyer for Middletown, their setter, libero, has definitely been working hard back there. I mean, that was a great layout, just even better serve. Serve is good. Christian gets that up. And Avery Brannon just tips that one. Towers right over the net, blocks that down. Ball did not stand a chance. Scores now 7-2 in this third set. Brooklyn Meinberg on a volley for serve. Barstow gets it back out to Mackenzie Meinberg. And that's going to be a kill for her. Exciting to see both these sisters playing so well out on the court together. Scores advanced to 8-2.
Yes, great effort there again from Middletown, just trying to keep it alive.
They're going to pass that one out. It's going to be another ace for Brooklyn Meinberg. It's going to force Middletown to call a timeout here.
Yeah, quick timeout here from Middletown. 9-2 score for the Comets so far. Something we want to mention is if you're interested in broadcasting, volunteer and take up a role here in the live TV coverage. You can see a couple cameras there helping out. We got one at the bottom as well. For more information about our intern opportunities, contact Dean at icrctv.com. or visit www.icrc.com as well and scan that QR code for your chance.
We're going to go back into this third set here. Mason versus Middletown, for those of you joining. Nice serve. Ehlers gets it. Bianchini to Brandon, and that's going to be another kill for Avery Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon's done a great job so far. One of the tallest on this Comet team. That's tough to take the trophy of when you have multiple girls on this team nearing 6 foot, over 6 foot. But Brandon does a great job there using her height to the advantage. As a tip over, doesn't go the Comets' way. Middletown will take the point. This will be the 3rd point for Middletown in this 3rd set. Comets trying to finish out in a sweep here on this Tuesday night.
Scores 10-3. Layla Cornwall gets that serve over. Ehlers hits that hard, blocked right up in the air. Bianchini running save there, back out to Mackenzie Meinberg, and that one's going to be another kill for number 8, Mackenzie Meinberg.
Yeah, Meinberg with a great job there. Couple subs here for the Comets. We look back at it. It's another great hit right off the fingertips of Middletown. Seen that so many times today. Murphy will also check in here late in this point.
Sophomore number 12, Taylor Nutley, back to the line to serve again. Let's see if she can go on another rally. Serve looking good so far. Middletown able to get it up and over. Murphy gets it. Close communication call. Ehlers is going to hit that one hard. Middletown does a nice job returning it off the top. That's going to be blocked. Middletown point blocked back into Holt.
And Middletown gets the point there, but we talked about opportunities early in this game. And Taylor Nutley, we've seen many times that she's checked in the game to serve for this Comet team, and she hasn't got too much playing time, mostly because she's a sophomore among many upperclassmen.
Nice backward set by Bianchini. That's going to be a kill for number 8, Kenzie Meinberg. She's going to check out. Emma Cadell checking into the game for Mason.
So you can see right there, great over the top. Middletown trying to keep it alive there, but couldn't do so.
Cadell's serve is good. Bianchini just comes up strong. I mean, that's what's going to happen if they get an overpass. Middletown hits that one, just tries to get that serve up, and Bianchini's going to take advantage of that. I mean, you can see right away she tracks that ball perfectly. Doesn't let them have his chance.
You're not going to get more dominance than that. That was unbelievable.
Definitely. Ehlers gets it up to Cadell. Back to Holt. Passes that over. Middletown tips it. Cadell gets it to Murphy. Back out to Ehlers. Dive play. 2 diving play for Middletown. Gets that up. Cadell back out to Ehlers. And that's going to be a kill for number 1, Maya Ehlers. One thing about those 2 teammates right there is you can see some more great team chemistry they have. Not only have they played with each other all their high school here, but also on their club team these past few years. Extra minutes with the setter-hitter connections definitely helped team chemistry and just being able to trust your partner, your teammates. Bianchini, another smart play from her, dumps it out in the corner. No one's there. Quick and easy point for Mason.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a pound-for-pound velocity kill, but I think Maya Ehlers has that title for her size. She hits that ball hard on the other side.
Tip from Holt. Middletown doing everything they can. That last pass is not going to make it over. Score is 15-4 in this 3rd set. Mason has the lead 2-0 here. Cadell continuing her service run. Another powerful serve from Cadell. Middletown fighting to get it over. Bianchini gets in our control to Holt in the middle. Another Great save by ball three. Oh, I mean, that was everything she had back there. Christian got that one over the net for Middletown. Nutley goes to save. Bianchini everything she can, but it's just not quite there. It's going to be point Middletown. Murphy gets it to Cadell. Nice save from Cadell, and another great hit from Bianchini. I mean, there's not much you can do there. Middletown tries to adjust, puts their hand up, try and prop that ball up, but too hard, just got in there before they had a time to react. Number 6, the senior Annabella Guyon checking back into the game to serve. Serve is good. It's gonna be a kill for number 10, Elise Bryant for Middletown. I mean, we said it, any free ball over to us, we're gonna attack, and so are they.
Yeah, and the enthusiasm keeps going as Middletown, obviously you take the bus ride here. You want to win the game, but you might not have that confidence that against this Mason team that you're going to get that done, but everything you can to keep a good positive attitude. I've liked what Middletown's done so far in this game, and even you can take with you what we talked about so many times. Set 2 was a great set for Middletown. They got in the double digits. At one point, they were only down 3, 16-13. So just great things that they can take with you.
Yeah, definitely. Number 10, the junior Adeline Barstow is going to serve for Mason. Her serve is good. Middletown's able to get that one up. Punches that back out there. Cadell gets it to Brandon, a nice tip. Reagan Richardson gets up on the net there, gets that ball over. Looking for the call. And we're gonna have that Mason's point. Scores 20-6 in this third set. Middletown able to get that over. Nice save by Guyon. Set out to Bianchini, and a great hit. Middletown able to get that one up. Brandon gets it to Cadell, back to Richardson, plays smart with a nice tip. Middletown able to get it back up. And that's gonna be another kill for Mason, 21-6.
Yeah, as we just near the end of this game, the Comets after this game, they will have Fairfield at home on Thursday. It's one of their 3 in the homestand. They actually had a couple away games this month, so they have 3 straight home games. That'd be the second game of that 3-game homestand. And then Middletown has Princeton in the GMC at home, one of the chances that they can get on the board in the GMC conference.
Middletown gets it over. Adeline Barstow has a nice service run, and that's going to be another great kill for Addie Bianchini. I mean, she's just automatic. Those balls right to her, hit hard every time. Scores 23-6. Middletown's going to use up another timeout here as we approach potential end of this game.
Yeah, Middletown just talking it over, trying to get a couple more points here just to finish it off. And we saw in the last timeout that they had, Middletown did a great job of responding from what the Comets gave them, and Coach Butler here is definitely trying to get his team just to get that last effort, even if it does end up in the Comets getting the last 2 points, just trying to finish off on a good note. And I think that's always important, especially in sports.
Definitely. I mean, one thing you can notice is that every single one of those players walking back out on the court with smiles on their face. And you love to see that. Barstow is going to continue to serve for Mason. Her serve is good. Middletown gets that one up. And that one's going to be a kill for number 11, Audrey DeBrowsey for Middletown. That one just right in between blocker's hand for Mason. It's going to get hit out. Score is now 23-7. Guyon gets that one up. Cadell hustles. Nice pass up to Richardson. A nice smart dump. It's going to be a loose hit. Back to Barstow. Middletown gets it up. Richardson up top of that net. That's going to be a kill for Reagan Richardson. Brings us to not only the set point, but match point. Mason up 2-0, score 24-7. Bianchini's serve is good. Evans does a nice job saving that there. Richardson with a hit. Middletown keeps going. Passes it over. Brandon gets it to Bianchini, back to Evans. Middletown continuing, putting up a fight to its very end. Barstow gets it. Bianchini, nice save. Guyon hits that one over. Middletown still going. And that's going to be point Middletown.
Yeah, Middletown, as we said, trying to fight into that last point. They did a great volley there, probably the best volley of the day from both teams. As you can see there, just sneaks it right in there to keep the game alive. Down 24-8. So that one's going to go into the net. The Comets sweep the GMC here against Middletown as they win 3-0. We'd like to thank you for joining us here for volleyball action. We'd like to thank our camera crew. My name's been Isaac Vargo alongside Audrey Hunt. We hope you have a good rest of your night.